Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today with a fragrance favorites video. And I do not know what has gotten me so obsessed with fragrance. I cannot get enough of it. I think with all the stuff we're going through right now, I started buying throwbacks and found that so comforting. And that kind of led me down a rabbit hole of other fragrances, and now I cannot get enough of them. I love them so much. So I'm going to show you my top about 10 fragrance favorites this month. And most of these are new, and I don't even know if you know I have them. And I'm just going to jump right into this, and I'm going to start with the first one I think I got, and it was the Philosophy Fresh Cream. This, okay, mostly in my favorites, I'm putting the cream, the lotion, instead of the spray. The lotion I use almost every night, and it's so subtle and beautiful and just lightly sweet. It layers well with most of the things I would want to sleep in because those are mostly vanillas. And hold on, I'll tell you the notes in this, but when I put this on my hands, I literally just put my hands over my face and breathe it in over and over. Sometimes it's exhausting. I cannot get enough of the fresh cream. It's beautiful. And I do like the eau de toilette. But this, I kind of go nose blind with it. I spray it on and I just cannot smell it on myself. My husband can smell it, but I can't smell it. And I like to smell what I have on. Now, when I'm moving, I will kind of faintly smell it, but I can't just smell it on my arm. But then when I'm moving around, I'm like, oh, there it is. Oh, I smelled it. But mostly, it's the lotion that I'm obsessed with. And the notes in the lotion, it says it's an ethereal cream, is one of the notes, a soft sweetness, and hints of vanilla. And that's exactly right. It smells like actual cream, not whipped cream, just, you know, a lightly sweet cream. Okay, next I picked up, and these were actually probably the first fragrances I picked up after the cream, and these were all blind buys, and these are all Paul Gaultier, and they're all literally from the same family. They're all sweet with just a different note to kind of change the dry down, add a little bit different of a flavor. I did not need all of these. You could get by on one or two, easy, or just one, and you're going to get kind of the same mood. Somebody that's more experienced with fragrance is probably going to disagree with that, but to my novice nose, they all smell very close. Now, some of them, one or two of them, and I'll tell you the two, and when I spray them on, they are a little extra special. And so I'll start with those. I will start with the extra special ones. Probably my favorite out of all four of these is the Classique Intense. The notes in this, hold on. Okay, the notes in this one, and I read them on these little cards so I could kind of sample them. This is so good. This is a bold, sweet scent. I don't find any of these to be powdery. The Classique has pomegranate, tiara flower, jasmine, orange blossom, and rose. And it's just a beautiful, clear, but deep, intoxicating, sweet fragrance. I would say these are bolder and probably have a really good projection. So I think people will smell you in this. Okay, I would say my next favorite is this La Belle, and it's probably the most loved. I hear so much good stuff about this one. And this one is Pear Vetiver and Vanilla. Just lovely and feminine. Yes, just clear and feminine and sweet, but bold. And I love that one too. Anytime I wear either one of those, I just want to eat my arm off. And then the Scandals, and I love these too. Okay, the bottles on these, when I saw them online, I thought, those are tacky. I don't want those bottles sitting out. But now that I have them, I love them. There's something about them. They have so much personality. I just really thought I would hate these sitting out, but I leave them out on my bathroom counter. I love them. And then both of the Scandals are beautiful, and they just smell so similar, almost like fraternal twins. But the by night is just more intense. And so I'll read you the notes in those. The regular Scandal has blood orange, honey. This one has honey, patchouli, and gardenia. So they've got some depth. you know, they've got that patchouli. Ah, but beautiful. I don't really smell the patchouli, but my nose is very untrained. And the Scandal Intense, this has citrus, honey, tuberose. This one has tuberose and nard. And then it also has patchouli, tonka, and sandalwood. And all of these, you literally, if you like sweet and rich and deep, just almost edible, that sweet edible, these are a very safe blind buy. They were all safe for me to blind buy. I didn't test any of those, and I love them. Okay, next, I picked up the Dior Poison Girl. The Poison Girl. This, I don't know how I didn't know about this, because the original Poison is one of my cult classic favorites, and I still have that. The Poison Girl is an updated, kind of a fresher, younger version of that. When I spray this on, and I have it on this arm today, when I spray this on, it is a sweet with a tart with it, like a sweet tart. Or do you remember the candy Spree, the Spree candies, those little tart candies that had the different color coating on them? That's what this reminds me of. It's just a beautiful sweet scent with a definite tart to it. And it says the keynotes in this are warm rose, sparkling neroli, and icy orange. Lastly, it has tonka bean and vanilla. And I'm a sucker for anything vanilla. This is sweet and tart and smooth. And when I sprayed this on this morning and walked by my husband, he said, "You smell great." Ah, this is so pretty. Okay, next, I picked up the Poco Rabanne Olympia. I heard about this on so many different channels. Everybody loves it. And I was like, Paco Rabanne? Does Paco Rabanne? I didn't even know they were still around. It reminds me of the 80s, something in the 80s. But this Olympia is beautiful. Now, how I have always heard it described on everybody's channel, it's a salty vanilla. And it kind of is. At first I didn't get that, but it is. It's kind of a beachy vanilla. And the notes in this are green mandarin. I don't really smell anything green in this, but the vanilla sweetness is cut through with something, and that's probably it. The ginger, it's got ginger lily, hydroponic jasmine, salted vanilla, sandalwood, and ambergris. And then it says about it, it's sensual, powerful, and addictive. This is addictive. I sprayed this on my sweater a couple of days ago, and the next day I just buried my face in it. It is so good. Okay, next, I picked up the Elie Saab Girl of Now. And again, this is another sweet fragrance with vanilla. Hold on. The notes in this are mandarin orange, pear, pistachio. The middle notes are orange blossom, magnolia, and almond. The base notes are patchouli, cashmeran, tonka bean, and almond milk. That is definitely gourmand. Now, this one is different from my other fragrances in that this dries down more powdery on me. I'm losing my sense of smell, but this dries down more powdery on me. It's beautiful for a little bit of a change because hardly any of my fragrances are powdery. What I really like to do with this is to add something a little bit tart with it to kind of break through some of the powder, because I do find this pretty powdery. I will put that on and then put a little bit of my Lost Cherry by Tom Ford on top of it, or something just with a little bit more tart to it. I have just picked up, and I heard about this on Eva Monroe's channel, and I don't know about this yet because I just got it in, but this is the Body Shop Satsuma body lotion, and this is so tart. It's going to be great with a ton of these vanilla fragrances. This smells very like a tart lemon, like a real lemon, not artificial. And this is so beautiful. I haven't put it with a fragrance yet, but if you need something tart, don't run out and buy the Lost Cherry, to add tart to your fragrance until I try this. It is nice and tart. I think this is going to be beautiful with this because this has orange blossom and this is orange. So I think these will be beautiful together, but this is lovely on its own. Okay, next, I picked up the Dolce & Gabbana Garden, and that's what this smells like. This smells like a garden. And where all of my other fragrances could all be first cousins, this is kind of a third cousin. This is so beautiful. This has one different note in it than all of my other perfumes. Hold on. This has one different note in it than all of my other fragrances. I don't have anything else with frangipani in it. And apparently I love frangipani and I will be looking for more because it adds a very distinct smell at the top of this. And it is really beautiful and almost edible or gourmand. It's got frangipani, mandarin orange. I think I have orange in everything I have. Neroli, magnolia, coconut, and sandalwood. And those just leave it so creamy on the dry down. I put this one on this arm today. I'm going to spray it again. This one is sweet and tart, kind of like the Dior Girl, but where the Dior Girl dries sweet with some tart with it, on me, this dries tart and sweet equally, and maybe a little more on the tart on my skin. I could eat this. It is beautiful and creamy and lovely. Okay, next, I picked up two that are at the very top of my favorites this month. And the first one is the Casamarotti Gershoff Lira. I had my son smell this and he summed this one up perfectly. I had him smell it and he said, yeah, that's great. It smells like a dreamsicle. It is orange, it's vanilla, and it is lovely. Now, I just had this in my favorites kind of as a preview, and I said it lasted about 5 to 6 hours. That is wrong. I sprayed it on both arms yesterday. It lasted all day long. Hold on, let me think. Probably closer to 9 or 10 hours that day. And if I spray it on my sweater, oh yeah, that's lasting for days. Okay, I'm going to read you the actual notes in it. It smells like a dreamsicle, orange and vanilla, but the actual notes are bergamot, blood orange, lavender, flowering, rose, jasmine, cinnamon, licorice blossom, woody, vanilla, musks, and caramel. Wow. It has a lot of stuff in it. It just smells like orange and vanilla to me, and it is beautiful. I will tell you, this is great when you're going somewhere and you don't want to really have on a bold perfume, which is every time I'm around family. I'm not a real bold perfume user when I'm out in public. I like to keep it kind of subtle because a lot of my family is allergic and I always think, well, maybe somebody around me is allergic. This is so soft and I can smell it on myself pretty much all day long, but I can use it real subtle, if that makes sense. And it's just beautiful. I think I could even wear this with around my mom, who is very allergic to scents. And then this next one, Guerlain Spiritus Double Vanille. Okay, I've been using this as a sleeping fragrance. I will tell you, this is not a subtle vanilla. I get a strong, smoky vanilla with this. And it is the only fragrance I have ever put on and thought, that's intoxicating. It's just beautiful. I spray this on and then I get in bed and I pull the covers over myself and I let it just envelop the entire, under the covers. I just let it envelop me. And it is, no words. It's beautiful. Okay, the top notes in this are pink pepper, bergamot, and incense. Yes, I can smell all of those. There's a sharp edge to it when you first spray it on. The middle notes are ylang ylang, cedar, Bulgarian rose, and jasmine. Strong notes. The base notes are benzoin and vanilla. In the morning I get up, I can still smell this, and it's a soft, beautiful vanilla. This is lovely. I like to get it on my pillow, all under my sheets, just surround myself with it. It is boozy and intoxicating, and I love it. Okay, and then my last favorite is not new. I have had this for a while. I heard about this about a year ago on Melissa Villanueva's channel. This black opium is beautiful. Now, I will tell you, I started using this as a sleeping fragrance, but what I've realized is it's too invigorating to be a sleeping fragrance for me. I almost could have it as a sleeping fragrance, but I get too excited about it and I can't go to sleep. I did it last night. I sprayed this on and then I could not go to sleep because I just wanted to keep smelling myself and I would get excited, which cracked me up because this has coffee in it. So there you go. It has coffee and it is stimulating to me even just to smell it. Okay, on the YSL website, it says about the Black Opium that the opening notes are adrenaline-rich coffee. Yes. The sweet sensuality of vanilla. Yes. It's that coffee and vanilla. And then white flowers. Yeah, and then white flowers. So it's got coffee, white flowers, and vanilla. And that's what it smells like. And I know a lot of people think this is really basic. I love it so much that I hate just having this small bottle. I want a big one. I want that big bottle. I will always keep this. So I'll be wearing this during the day. I will tell y'all, I have been spraying perfume on in the morning, freshening up in the afternoon, and then at night I test new fragrances. Like I spray at least 3 times a day. So these are all getting used. So anyway, I'm going to list down below all of the channels that I would have gotten these on. So if you want some good fragrance channels, you can find them down below. And that's all I have for you. Y'all definitely down below, let me know some of your favorite fragrances. I will definitely pick up samples and try them with you. So anyway, that's all I have for you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.